for a council vote, but when we made budget negotiations, I had lobbied very, very hard in the last 2 budgets to get an economic development coordinator. If you want economic development in this city, you need to have several things. First of all, you need to have infrastructure. And we have infrastructure in the north side, and we have up-to-date infrastructure in the downtown area. So now we're poised. Also, if we have an economic development coordinator, they meet with big money people. They meet with shopping center people. They meet with people that can bring things here. They are professionals in this, and you need to have somebody like that, and we didn't get it into the budget. Thankfully this year, we got it into the budget, and we have a consultant that's meeting with people right now, trying to attract things to come to the city. The infrastructure is right downtown. The infrastructure is right in the northern part of the city. And we are poised for growth. And there's not much that I can disagree, except that it should have happened a little bit sooner. Like I said, I'm just one of 7, but I got it through. And I'm going to continue to get it through. And we also have a loan guarantee program through the SBA, which will help redevelop the downtown. It has to be credit worthy. It's underwritten by a bank and the SBA, but it's there, and it wasn't there before. We are doing the right things to try to redevelop the downtown area and continue development in the north side. And you can see new things coming here every day. Every day you see new things coming. In my center, where I'm at in the north side, and the public's coming up there, and things are all in periphery. Thank you. Let's continue on the growth that we're on now.
Okay, and then the last question in the economic development category for our District 2 candidates. And fair warning, we're starting with you this time. How would you work with the City Council to protect and support small businesses?
America thrives on small businesses. They're the ones that give back to your community. They're the ones that give a space for your community to go and gather at. Business-wise, I kind of got asked this question while I was out campaigning, is that we have with businesses here in town that would love the opportunity to help with any kind of anything to do with the city. They would love to be able to have that opportunity, and that opportunity is not there to do a contract with the city as far as cleaning the facilities. I think that that's something we need to support our local businesses, small businesses, and help them grow to give a unity for the small business owners here in Kelowna.
How would you work with the City Council to protect and support the small businesses?
How I would work with the City Council to protect and support small businesses. I would make everything fair across the board. First of all, I'm only one vote, it takes 4. I think small businesses are very important for every town. It gives somebody the American dream to own a business. And as a city, I think we need to reach out and let them know we're here to give them a helping hand, anything we can, create growth. Be it a mom and pop, soda shop, hamburger stand. We need to let them know that we're here for them, to support them just as well. They're going to follow our rules and our guidelines. But small businesses, that's what keeps America going. That's really all I can say.
Small business. A lot of my friends here know I own one for 10 years. That's something we definitely need to keep. Mr. Lamb made a good point. Places like Delimar, where you can go in and talk to Mr. Holbrook, learn about the history of this town, the lineage of this town, where this town's been, where this town's going. need that. You can't walk into a McDonald's and find out. You probably ask one of the kids at the counter, hey, how do I get to Monteith Road? I don't know. You know, we need to keep this hometown. So people like Hamco did my signs for my campaign. You know, people like Willie Johnson, Robert Johnson, on Promised Land Farm. You know, that live across the street from Hester's. We've been here since 1871. That kind of history we need to keep. That's what we need. Not a whole lot of big chain tanger outlet things. I mean, what's that do for us? It kind of just smears this hometown with grown love. And I don't think that's what we need right now. I mean, we need to look at the state, federal funding for small businesses, any kind of state grants, to keep these small companies alive. Do what we can to promote them, and endorse them. You know, be it here or in Savannah, neighboring cities, things like that. That's what we need to keep these small businesses alive, to keep our history, to keep our heritage in this town.
Okay, now we're going to move on to the topic of sports and recreation. And we're going to start with our at-large candidates. First question, what consideration should be given to having a recreation or sports complex north of I-95?
The utmost consideration should be given to having a sports complex and a recreation area north of I-95. And this is why. Because this is where the population group is, this is where the young children are, and this is where we need to go. I can't reveal it because I just can't say it. You want to talk to the mayor, maybe he'll tell you, but I can't tell you because I'll be violating the confidence. The city right now is in negotiations for 2 major parcels of land to build a recreation complex. They have been for a while. I won't tell you where they're at, but they are in the north. They are definitely north of I-95. And we will get one or the other. We have the money for it. Also, too, how are we going to do this? Well, the mayor and council in their wisdom, last year, when it was time for lots of negotiations, and in case you don't know what that means, it's special purpose local option sales tax. It's only for capital improvements, and it can only be spent to build things. It can't be built to run them or maintain them, only to build things. The mayor was successful in negotiating $1 million. It'll come to us over the next 4 years. That's one of the ways we're going to pay for it. We also have money set back aside for it. This money is there. There's a lot of rumors going around. The mayor's going to use the money to fix up the downtown complex. You can't do that in the first place because it's not for fix up money. It's for new. And it's for recreation. And it's going to be in the north. I don't know what shape it's going to take place. I don't know the exact venue, but it's going to be in the north. It will be done. It will be done, and it will be done right. And there will be partnerships in it. It is being addressed. Believe me, it's being addressed, and it will happen. Sorry.
That was pretty good. I gotta admit, that was pretty good. You guys have had a visibility statement from the Chamber of Commerce for the last 5 years, and no recreational facility has been built on the north side yet. But for some reason, just this particular month, it becomes a hot topic on the council's agenda because they know that I've been pushing for a north side recreational facility. Yes, we need one on the north side. That's where 70% of the population is. That's where the new school is. That's where the young people that are working in Gulfstream, working in Georgia Pacific, they're the ones that's paying the tax dollars. That's where the recreational facility should be. And about the partnership, it was in the visibility statement. They already have it. The chamber should be part of that also. I can't wait till we get a north side recreational facility because I love to lift weights.
Okay, the next question under sports and recreation goes to our District 2 candidates. What changes should be made within the recreation department for sports, health, and recreation for all age levels? Did I read that question correctly? Okay, just want to make sure. I'm going to read it again. What changes should be made within the recreation department to sports, health, and recreation for all age levels? We're going to start with Mr. Fox this time.
What changes should there be towards recreation for health?
For sports, health, and recreation for all age levels.
The changes need to be where, when a sports facility is built, they have the people with the knowledge how to handle that type of sports facility. You need volunteers to run it. There should be a walking track with lines. There should be outdoor recreation and indoor recreation. Many of you don't know, I'm a retired semi-pro basketball player. I'm also used to be an avid softball player. I played about 380 games a year. And some of the facilities I've went to, and people I've spoken with, there's different levels and different things you can do. The changes that would need to be made, have somebody that knows how to handle and work with a handicapped person. There's more to it than getting out there and running. Have people that know how to deal with, handicapped people, can teach the sport the right way. Anybody can go out there and play football and, knock the heck out of one another. But teach the integrity of the game. And, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, as long as you enjoy what you're doing.
What changes do I think need to be made? None. I think leisure services do an outstanding job. I believe the mayor is doing an outstanding job. Every time I try to call him and ask him a question, hey, I'm repping the game, let me call you back. I'm watching one of my guys play, let me call you back. I think we're on the right track already. I don't think there's a whole lot that we need to change. I do believe that we do need a new sports complex. The mayor's told me once before, he's like, there's only so many times I can paint over rugs. There's only so many times. There's only so many cars I can fit in this parking lot. So I believe the city's already on that mission. I don't think there's anything that needs to be changed. Yeah, the coaches, things like that, we'll have to look into that when we get bigger, but right now I don't think we're at that point. I don't think we need to change anything in the coaches or how the kids are playing. I'm not appointed any council for any kind of complex. I don't have the knowledge on this, but what I've seen, it's going good. The kids are happy. Yeah, you can't always have them all on the same field at the same time. It's kind of clustered every now and then, but I mean, that's growing things. It's growing things, things are going to happen as well. So we have one complex, two complexes. It's just, I don't think there is anything to change. So they're doing an outstanding job, and I apologize for what they do, and I commend them for what they do.
For the last 5 years, I have been involved in the rec department here in Fort Wentworth. Football, basketball, t-ball, they've grown up in the program. Right now, Leisure Services is doing a really good job. For the new sports complex to be able to teach the kids the proper way, to be able to give them to uncrowd them. Right now, we have, on the 8 and under football team, we currently have about 23 kids. We lose almost half of the kids when they move from 8 and under to 10 and under because they decide to go to different programs in the area. Because they have the ability, they offer more things. They have the training, they have the extra coaches, and the coaches are all volunteers here for Fort Wentworth. Every coach is a parent, or not even a parent, that takes their time to come out and coach these boys. Right now, the 800 cheerleaders that we have over 20 800 cheerleaders. As of right now, we are actually planning a homecoming tailgate party for them that will happen tomorrow night. There is 100 children that are in the program that will be there tomorrow night because their homecoming is this weekend. We need the extra space. We're overcrowded. I think the sports facility in the north side or in any area that can hold us would be a great thing. And to be able to have extra people, a program director, people there that actually have that type of training.
Okay, and then our last question in the sports and recreation category goes to our District 4 candidates. How do you feel the recreation department can work with the phys ed departments with our public schools?
I think that would be wonderful for our sports department to work with the schools. Is that what
Yes.
it was? The schools, public schools. I think that would be great because, you know, our children go to the public schools and that would be a great combo. I know we're members, my husband and myself, and quite a few of the people here, Mr. Barbie and Mr. Holbrook, are members of the Lions Club. And we have a member that goes to the public schools, and we donate our time also as Lions members. So what better thing would be to get our sports activities also involved. As you well know, the children these days are not fit, a lot of them. They're not healthy. They're working on their hand exercises more than their other exercises. And that would be great if we could combine our services with the sports department, with the school department, and combine that. That would be a wonderful thing. You know, join hands with the schools, either be the new school or the school downtown, and combine our efforts together and get a good program going so we can get our children out there and get them exercising and get them into sports that maybe not have thought of they could even play sports, whether it be soccer or whether it be you know, baseball or football or cheerleading. That would be a great combo, I think. Good idea.
I think Pam answered that fantastically. There's nothing I can add to this. We do need to work closely with the schools or with this new school and try to bring in some programs maybe that they don't have that we can develop and show them and help them along. As she said, these kids are using their hands more than their feet. I'm a prime example, and I understand. I wish that we had a recreation, not a recreation department, but a physical ed program when I was growing up. We didn't have this. Of course, this was in the dark ages. But anyhow, we need this, and this will keep the children healthy. We need to be concerned about our health. So Pam, thank you for a great answer. Appreciate it.
All right, and our final topic is public safety. We've got 15 minutes left for questions. I think we can get all three in, but we'll see how we do. Our first question for public safety is going to go to our at-large candidates. If you are unfamiliar with an area of Fort Wentworth that was undergoing redevelopment or was experiencing a neighborhood-related public safety issue, how would you get to know the area and support the constituents?
There's no area in the city of Fort Wentworth that anyone that sits on this city council should not be familiar with. If you're not familiar with it, then you picked the wrong job. You're representing the city of Fort Wentworth. It doesn't matter what district you're in. You need to get out there and find out what's going on. You bring your city administrator and your chief of police with you, and your conference with you. and you interact with the people. You can have a neighborhood meeting, a small town meeting in that area. If the problem comes forward, then you'll know the people to contact and to work with. And our police department will do that, our city administrator will do that, our mayor will do that, and I know the people we have on council right now will do it, but we do it now.
What's the question again?
If you were unfamiliar with an area of Port Wentworth that was undergoing redevelopment or experiencing a neighborhood-related public safety issue, how would you get to know the area and support the constituents?
The best way to get to know the area, in my point of view, is always be boots on the ground. You gotta get out, you gotta talk to the people, you gotta see what their concerns are. You gotta talk to them and sit down with them sometime to see what's going on. Why is the drainage get messed up? When it rains, they'll tell you some things. You have to be out there when it rains to see where the drainage ditch is flooded, where it's flooded in Newport or Rice Creek. You have to be there, boots on the ground. And as far as reaching the constituents, you just gotta talk to them. You are a representation of the people. It's not about me. It's not about the people that sit on the council. We represent you guys. And we need to be out, walking, talking, seeing what's going on. What are your concerns? That's the way to get to know an area of the city that you may not know. You gotta be boots on the ground. It's like the police officers. I love police officers. I used to be one. You have to get out and talk to people. You have to get to know them where they are. Sitting in a police vehicle, riding around with dark tinted windows doesn't create a relationship. You have to have a relationship with people. That's how you get there. Get out and deal with somebody. If it's like for 1 hour, just talk to people. See what's going on. That's what you have.
Okay, our next question in the public safety category goes to our District 4 candidates. How would you support the citizens and their safety as it relates to trains blocking the tracks on Crossgate for excessive periods of time? Now, go ahead and repeat that question. How would you support the citizens and their safety as it relates to trains blocking the tracks on Crossgate for excessive periods of time? And we'll start with Mr.
Thank you, ma'am. There is a phone number that you can call. Of course, it's not right on the tip of my tongue, but you can call the police department and they know that it's an emergency. It's because they have already reached you and they're working with you and they're routing you the other way to go if you need to get to the hospital or wherever you may need to go. I want to tell you something about our police department that you may not know. And it's most important that you realize that we have only 20 officers working the roads. That this is 4 per shift. And this department has undergone such advanced training that it's recognized by the IACP. This is the International Association of Chief of Police, as well as the Governor's Office of Highway Safety and demand for the, for their front driving, working, combating the people with this. We have been understaffed for over 3 years, and we have maintained one of the highest standards in the Southeast. As Tim mentioned a while ago, we're the 18th safest city in the state of Georgia and in the Southeast. We have a crime impact unit that is working with the FBI and other agencies to eradicate several cells of illegal actions in the north end, in the city, which includes prostitution, drugs, and child exploitation. In order to be transparent, our police department has led the way as we're the number one first to give officers video cameras as well as the cars. And in order to receive a taser, each officer has to be tased, so they know what they're doing there. We have also created, or we have placed AED units in all public buildings, and this is for heart attack people. Our people having heart attacks, we can rescue them. Thank you.
People that are stuck with the trains, and I know everybody's been in that situation. I work for South Coast. I can give you a drug to do it. It's awful frustrating, I know. It takes me over an hour to get to work every morning. Either I get stuck by trucks at Georgia ports, and if I do or don't, I get stuck by a train at Garden City. So it is a problem. What was the question?
How would you support the citizens and their safety as it relates to trains blocking traffic across the excessive period of time?
I thought about that on the way here tonight. It wasn't a train, but it was a lot of traffic to get in here. And I saw a lot of cars doing things that they shouldn't be doing because they were frustrated, stuck in traffic. I saw several of y'all on the way here in the same traffic we were in, 45 minutes trying to get to this place. And it's awful frustrating. I was thinking, the lights are not set correctly, or there should be just something different, and it's been that way for a long time. I don't know what we can do, but I definitely would like that checked. I don't know, if there could be something done about that, but it seems like they're letting a lot of traffic, and I know there's a danger sitting on 95 also coming on to 21, but it seems like they let a lot of traffic off of that way, and only 5 cars at a time through. But the railroad track, getting stuck there also is awful frustrating for us. And like Bill says, there is, some things that you can do. I almost got stuck having a baby on the way through that train that got stuck.
Okay, and our last question in the public safety category goes to our District 2 candidates. What do you view as Port Wentworth's major challenges and accomplishments regarding public safety? Start with Mr. Wentz.
I think one of the biggest challenges that we're facing right now with Fort Worth Fire Department is right now we don't actually have a ladder truck. And as a lot of you noticed, this hotel, other hotels in the area, some of the homes where I live are all 2-story. And per se, it's not a problem right now because right now the traffic's gone and it's nice outside. They can get to it if they need to. But if there's natural disaster, a hurricane, a bad storm, where Garden City has to assist us, or Rankin has to assist us, and they're already on the call, what's going to happen to our homes? We have a water truck. I see plenty of fire hydrants everywhere. What we really need is a ladder truck. More firemen to handle that. Right now, we're supposed to have 2 guys in and 2 guys back on our risk team, and we're supposed to have a guy on our pump. We're lucky we have 2 or 3 guys there on the scene at all. And a lot of times our police department will help with that. They're not certified, they're not knowledgeable on it, but the guys tell them, hey, look, just watch this gauge, make sure it doesn't do this, do that. If this happens, turn this off. The fire department helps, or the police department will help the fire department whenever they can, and that is great, but we still need more fire, we still need more police. And if the police are going to help the fire department, why not give them certification? Maybe help them, get a little something in their check for taking the time to learn how to do certain things for the fire department. As far as the police department, I'm close to a lot of them, and they're stressed out right now because they work a lot, and there's no more 2 cops that they can work at night. And sometimes they have 1 officer on duty at night, and I think it's time for them to get a little bit of a raise, because that's what's happening. We're training our officers, we're getting them certified, and we're losing them to other departments for more money. So let's try to give them a little something for what they do, and show that we appreciate it.
What do you view as Port Wentworth's major challenges and accomplishments regarding public safety?
Major challenges is the fire station, fire know. And yes, a ladder truck. But as far as a ladder truck goes, now many of you know, the city of Wentworth at one time had a ladder truck. They decided that they didn't need it, so they sold it. Shame on them. And major accomplishments, they welcome something that some people in this room, along with myself, I don't ever take personal credit. I'd like to mention a few people that helped me accomplish a goal that we had coming in here. The gentleman sitting directly in front of me is Bob Wilson. The gentleman sitting next to my wife on the other side is Ben Jackson. Two gentlemen in the back, Andrew Mines and Nathan. We've created one of the safest community watch in the state of Georgia. Tobin Flores said right, he volunteered. Yes, I won't deny him that, but that to me was a major accomplishment, along with the city getting an award for being the 18th safest city. I pay a tribute to the community watch for reporting things that are happening. People that are looking at right now, getting involved, being educated. So, yeah, do we need more police? Yes. Do we need more firefighters? Yes. Do we need more police substation? Yes. But the ladder truck, yeah, we need it, but they should have saved the one they had instead of selling.
Yes. What do you view as Port Wentworth's major challenges and accomplishments regarding public safety?
For the accomplishments, the city's went out with the body cams on the police department. They're trying to outfit them with what they need. So I think that's really a good accomplishment because it's going to make us safer in the long run for our city. Of course, the challenges is that we do need to expand out on the northern end of Port Wentworth because of the communities that are coming up and then the additional people that are coming out there. So I think that's one of the challenges that we do need to look at. The accomplishments, again, I have to give, a thank you to the city council for putting that into the budget to be able to go ahead and outfit these officers with what the equipment that they need.
Well, that concludes our questions. I'd like to commend you all and Ms. Cook for the fact that it's just about exactly 8 o'clock. I would vote for you for mayor if you ran right now. All right. And now we're going to go to our closing statements, because you're not done yet. Each of the candidates will get 3 minutes for their closing statement. And for closing statements, we will go in reverse order where we started, and we will begin with Mr. Harris.
Thank you, ma'am. If you will, please listen closely, because I'm going to talk fast. We have asked, or we have borrowed money in the process of getting money for a fire truck ladder. We will be getting this, we hope, very soon, and as a result, we will be hiring some more employees. If you want CAT to come out here to the city, it will cost you 1 meal in taxes. You make the decision whether you want to pay this or not. So Morados, when they came and applied to the council for a license, they told us that it would be a family restaurant, and then all of a sudden, they turned it other ways. And so we were able to get rid of this. The downtown issues that we have is really the canals. But now I want you to listen to me. We're going to be putting in floodgates. We have canals all over the city, even up here, that runs down towards our area. And yes, Newport has been flooded. But by putting in the floodgates, this will be taken care of, or this will take care of the flooding in Newport as well as downtown. And we're hoping to do a downtown revitalization program on Festival Field to bring in more residents. We have talked very little about this, but we're in the process of trying to do this. We would like to put some apartments on Festival Field. This would build up the downtown and possibly move this over and go over to Armadale Park and put water in there, put a pond, a couple of little duckies, and build some resident apartments there, and this would be great. We're trying to build up what we have. People, it takes time, it takes money, but we're trying to do this without a cost to you, and this is why it's so important. The traffic light on 21 will be synchronized. It should have already been done, but they haven't done it yet. And so GDOT will be coming out and taking care of that. We have one of the 2 police chiefs in this county that has been to the FBI Academy. Nat Hibbing, and the chief over in Garden City. I'm sorry, I can't recall his name. But in order to go there, you have to be top notch. And so I'm very proud of that. We do not want to lose this man because he is excellent. He knows what he's doing. Thank you.
Bill, I'm a very positive person, and I like to think of the positive things that Fort Worth already has. You can always think of the improvements we can make. Everybody has room for improvements, but I like to think of the positive things. We have a lot of wonderful, wonderful residents of Fort Wentworth, downtown, and Fort Wentworth, whatever Fort Wentworth side you live on. We have a lot of wonderful people who live in Fort Wentworth. I call them just home folk, people who help each other in time of need. And I want to think that that's what everybody wants. That's why you moved. Some of you could have moved in other locations of Savannah, but you chose Fort Wentworth. And we have a lot of good things. We have a good sports department. We have volunteers who coach our children and who love our children and spend a lot of time with our children, and I appreciate them. We have a good senior citizen building, and senior citizens enjoy themselves and get out, and they have an exercise room so they can exercise. And going door to door, the last couple of weeks, I've met a lot of people, and a lot of them said, you know, that they had not seen anybody go door to door in so long, and not to take any credit for that, but they said, you know, it's been so long since somebody has gone door to door. They actually said it was when Jimmy and Tim Holbrook, the last time they campaigned, and they saw people go door to door, seeing what people had to say, and they thought it was refreshing. I mentioned the lady that fell through her house. You know, it brings you down and makes you a humbling person. And we're very blessed in Fort Wentworth. We are very blessed. And I'd like to say that I'd like to serve on the council, if you would allow me to. I am a mother of 7 children. I have 23 grandchildren and 11 great-grandchildren. My children went to these schools. They played in these sports. They cheerleaded. I'm not a newcomer by any means. I go to church here. I am here. And I want to stay here. And I want to help with the things that need to be done if you give me the chance. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am Thomas Harvey, and I am the face of change. Change is hard for many people, but change happens. As you grow, you will change. There should be no such thing as a lifetime politician. Everything should have a limit. Just like the President of our United States. He's 8 years, and he has to go. Why? Because of change. Everything gets an upgrade. From phones to TVs. I am that upgrade. I want to be a voice for the people, all the people. We are a small city, 7,000 people, give or take. 7,000 people. we could make this city anew. A place with ethics. Transparency is one of the biggest things that I stand for when it comes to dealing with other people's money. And when you sit on the council, you are dealing with other people's money. And there should be transparency. You should not put on a piece of paper the words amendment to a human resources policy, knowing in the back of your heart, in your mind, that that is just a raise for the 3 top people, not a raise for all of the employees. Those were the words on the city council paper. It said amendment to the human resources policy, not raises. Because if it was said raises, people would have hopefully came out and be up in arms about giving somebody a $20,000 raise. It's not right. Do I know everything? No, I don't. But I will be a voice for all the people, and I will fight for the city. I will be boots on the ground. I will go door to door. I will make sure that the chamber has a great website, by the way, and they have this thing called Constant Contact that all the citizens can log on with your smartphone, log on the internet from your computer, and give your opinion about something. All citizens need to be given opportunity to give their opinion about if it's a raise, especially when it comes to our tax dollars. You should voice your opinion about it because it's important. There needs to be change. I'm a stakeholder in this community. I came here and retired in this community. And I want to be a positive part of this community. I want to be a voice for all the people. And I'm running for city councilman at large. Anybody within the city could vote for me. And I appreciate your vote, and I will make you proud of me. Thank you for listening.
I have 3 principal planks in my platform, and they're very simple. The first one is your personal homestead tax exemption. There's a lot of misinformation out there about it. Right now, it's $100,000 for anybody that owns and lives in a house in this city and goes down to City Hall and files for it. You get it, $100,000. Doesn't matter where you live, north or south. Sometimes you don't file for it, you don't get it. What I'm going to do with this $100,000 homestead exemption, and I already have the backing of the majority of the council, is we're going to raise it to $150,000. We'll put the issue to sleep where nobody's getting any more than anybody else. But nobody gets any more than anybody else now because everybody gets $100,000. It's equal. We hear that word equal a lot. Second crime, public safety. Second crime impact unit. The crime impact unit is the black cars you see. They have the special equipment, the special training, the special weapons, and they make a difference. Everybody wants to be safe in their home, safe in their business, safe in their neighborhood. The third issue, we don't need to dumb down the ordinances we have on the road. We have had road failures in subdivisions in both Newport and in Lakeshore. They have cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. We recently upgraded the roads, ordinances. The builders don't like it. They want it reduced. Why? Because they have more to gain. I'm not a builder's candidate. It says on the bottom of my sign, responsible to you. And I am responsible to you. They have to pay a cash deposit because there have been bank failures on letters of credit. There's been builder failures on letters of credit. There's been insurance company failures on letters of credit. Letters of credit, insurance bonds are not good. They have to put up cash, and they don't like it. But we have to do it that way if we're going to protect the assets of the city. Mr. Flores is in it for you. I'm responsible for you. These are good ordinances. And by the way, let me close with just saying this. There's a lot of positive things in our city. And these things that I just told you this evening are positive. It's just that there's other issues that they don't think it's the right way to go, but it is the right way to go. Since I've been in office, we've got a $287,000 grant for the Luann Bridge. We've got a $100,000 Department of Natural Resources grant for rehabilitation of the boat landing. We've put in 3 new firefighters by a grant. We built a community center for the seniors with a grant. And we've got $488,000 from the Department of Community Affairs. It's also your city's going good. One other thing, Pericles said, and I read it when I ran for mayor, if all good things come to the city because of the city's greatness, we have great churches, great schools, and we got a great city. We'll need you. Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to thank all of y'all for coming out this evening and taking your time to be here to listen to what we have to say, what our thoughts are. The other thing is Fort Wentworth is growing. Fort Wentworth is a great city to live in, to be with. There's development. We need to learn how to handle it, how to deal with it, and move forward and benefit from it. With all the north side, downtown side, we all need to come together and make one great Fort Wentworth for only not us, but what we have coming behind us, our children. We need to take care of our elders that are here. We need to take care of the young ones that are coming up. Sports complexes, north side, downtown, wherever it needs to go. It would be a great thing for our children to be able to, and even us to become involved even more with our kids. Get out there and work with them. Be involved with them, because being involved in our kids' life, I see it every day. Kids get dropped off, parents leave, go do whatever. The coaches that are out there with the kids, we're the ones, the other parents that are there, we're the ones that interact with them. This sports facility may give the parents more of an interaction with their kids. Get them off the video games and get them into the middle of doing something. All of the moving additional safety and fire, we need to do that. We need to take care of all of Fort Wentworth, not just one side or north side or anything. We all just need to come together and support and plan to make this even better than what we already are.
Once again, my name is Paul Fox, and I'm proud to be standing here tonight. I'm honored to have people listen to what I have to say. If I would like, if you allow me, what I will bring to the city is a city of ethics, a city of integrity, a city of transparency. I believe in what is called an open door government, where not only 6 people will control your money, your taxpayers, our money. I believe in getting the proper notification out to its residents. There's going to be a planning committee tonight, a meeting tonight. Hey, we all get water bills. What's wrong with putting a date on the back of a water bill? You know, come on. Listen, we had a meeting last night, but we didn't post it until tomorrow morning. You know, what is that? What kind of answer is that? That's answers we have received from the city. And I want to be one of the people that what brings this city together as a whole, which is break down what I call an invisible wall that was put up by a former mayor, the homestead exemption. Everybody in this room is responsible for themselves. Everybody needs to pay taxes. That's how a proper city is run. You know, I can sugarcoat it. I can tell you straight out. People like me because I speak straight. People don't like me because I speak straight. But I am about the truth. And if elected, I will get with every person on the city council and make sure they go out to different functions. You know, why should we have one city council person show up to every event? And I've talked to many of people saying, well, I try to talk to my council, but I can't get a hold of them. You know, hey, come on, they are representing our city, and that's what I want to be. Contact me. I'll put my number anywhere. I'm